friends, I just got home and there was squishy mail on the front porch. So I thought I would open my box that I ordered from Living Felt for the Sanderson Sisters tutorial that I'm starting next week. And I thought I'd show you what came in the mail. So I did get some core wool, CW1 core wool, and I'm holding my camera, so I hope this isn't too shaky. And yeah, I got a lot because of shipping costs this time, and you just go through a lot of the core wool. So I decided to get a little bit more than normal. You don't have to start with this much. This was quite a lot, but not very expensive though. You know, it's not too bad. So, and I had a Christmas present gift card. So I got, this is the core wool. This is how it comes. And yeah, so I got 2 of those. And then I got my skin colors. I got pale peach, sand, and peachy. And that is going to be for shading. And you can use one color and use pastels or chalks to do your shading. But the way they have their ordering right now, you can only get 1 ounce of each particular MC1 color. So I just decided to get 1 of each and just try them out. I think in the past I've gotten the pale peach, but I went with the sand, pale peach, and peachy this time. So, and then that is the MC1 in the skin colors, and that's 1 ounce of each one. And then this is for the blonde hair. This is the New Zealand Corriedale. It's a little bit more coarse than the MC1 and merino, so it's not going to felt as badly. It's going to felt as far as attaching the hair, but it's not going to felt and mat up when you're handling the doll. So the New Zealand Corriedale is a little bit more coarse. So hopefully this will work really well. So yeah, and then there's one other thing in here. This is the Sari Silk Waist in ebony, and I'll take it out so you can see what that looks like. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. So it is very spider webby. See if I can spread it out a little bit. I'm one-handed here, so this is going to be for the other witch's hair. And I'm not just going to use this, but I just thought it would help. It would add some cool texture. So if I can pull it apart a little bit so you can see it's like really spider webby. So it's going to be really fun. So if you want to get an order in before we start, make sure you order your skin color, the MC1. Make sure you order some core wool. And this came in like 3 days. So maybe even less than that. So you have tons of time. You can get one of the Corriedales if you want. You can use merino. You just aren't going to want to be handling it as much. So you can also use yarn if you want to use yarn. I've got some really messy yarn up here. I'm sorry, it's so messy. Not very organized. And then the black is the Sari Silk Waist in ebony, but you could use black yarn if you wanted also for that. But I just thought this one would make a really cool texture. And it's all pretty inexpensive, like, you know, $3 or $4 for each little package. So you can try them out. Just know that right now for the MC1 at Living Felt, it was just 1 ounce of each color, which is plenty. But I figured, you know, I didn't want to pay a lot of shipping. So I ordered as much as I could. So, okay, so there's that. You're going to want to also have some wire. You don't need a lot. This is the 16 gauge, just craft wire. So you can get this at any craft store, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anything that's near you. I'm not sure if Joann Fabrics would have it. They probably would, but, or you can get it on Amazon. So I could actually probably link a few things on Amazon, which I'll look at that today. Link this, and then some needle nose pliers for turning the ends, And then some cutters are a good idea. And these are not expensive either. So you can get these on Amazon or at the hardware store, and I will link those. Okay. And the way that I like to start all of my projects is with a sketch. So this is one book that I wanted to show you about how to draw, how to get started. And this is animals. So if you're not interested in making people, but you are interested in making animals, I recommend getting a drawing book. It really helps in that initial stage just to kind of see what you're working with. And it just really tells you how the body structure is set up. So this was a really great book. Just shows you the proportions, shows you faces up close, and I really like it. This one has like the pattern of the fur, so when you're going to fur an animal, it would help you out there. And noses, if you're sculpting noses out of clay, that's a really great one there. You've got the cats are notoriously difficult, so it's a really good book. Here, there's the horse musculature is really hard to do, so it has birds. It's such a great book. So I recommend you getting that, and that's The Artist's Guide to Drawing Animals, and the author is J.C. Amberlin. So, okay, there's the back of it. Lastly, I like to do a sketch before I start any project, and so this is going to be the main structure for a lot of the dolls going forward. We'll see how I like it. I'm always kind of changing it, but I really think this is going to be the one to stick with for a while. So I have this linked on Etsy, and it's going to come like this. And so the arms are going to be jointed. So what you'll want to do, it's just nice to have everything for sizing. And then I proportioned out the face so that when we go and do the face, you can see that the middle is where you're going to have the eye line, and then you divide it in half. And this is just kind of a drawing technique. It's not something that I invented. This is a real thing. So I laid all that out, and then the sizing for the feet, so that when you go and do the soles of the feet, you can have them be the same, and then you can put the hand up and measure the hand. And this is just like a little PDF guide. And then, so when we do the head and the body, we'll have that kind of like a lollipop on a stick. And so you'll be able to put the ball of wool up against the picture and see how you're doing size-wise. So it might be a good idea to print out, and then the body area, and then the legs will be jointed also starting up here. And the second page is right there. So this is actually, if I can move it down here. So kind of like that. So yeah, you'll have all of that set out, and it's like $1.25 on Etsy. So just to cover the cost of listing it, it's not a lot. So you can print that out and have it, or if you want to just snap a photo and feel like you can just wing it, that's fine too. I'll kind of try to give the measurements as I go so that you have those. Okay. So, and I'll link my Etsy page and you can find this. It'll just be handy to have in front of you if you aren't comfortable drawing your own sizing. All right. Well, I'm really excited. So if you haven't made your purchases yet, go ahead and make them so that they come, and get your sketching done, or print out the PDF on Etsy and have that ready to go. And the next video we will be doing the head, starting the felting. So make sure, watch the last one if you want to know about the needles. And everything is, you can get everything from Living Felt, and then the wire and the cutters I will link, or you can pick them up locally. And that's everything. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, and hit the notification bell. And thanks. I'll see you then. Okay, bye.